It's the end of the year, so I thought I'd review some of my favorite tech and gear from 2022. And make sure you stick around to the very end because I'll share my #1 favorite piece of tech for 2022 and bonus points if you can guess it in the comments. So first up is a recent addition to my tech arsenal, and that is the Insta360 X3. And I know I've made a few videos about it recently, but honestly, I just love it. It's such a great little camera. It's so versatile and it gives you so many options in terms of what you can film and how you can film it. And I just love all the creative possibilities it opens up, especially when it comes to creating content for social media. The ease of use and versatility is just great. So number 2 is my LG Ultrawide monitor, and I'll put the actual model name in text because it's too much to read out, but I've been so happy with this monitor. I've done a whole dedicated review on it, but it was such an upgrade from my old Dell 27-inch. It was like a 10-year-old monitor, and going to this 38-inch ultra-wide has just been so nice. It just makes working in front of a computer screen for like 8+ hours a day just so much more enjoyable. And people say ultra-wide monitors are great for productivity. To be honest, I think the biggest benefit to having an ultra-wide monitor for productivity is just the fact that it's nicer to work on. It actually makes you want to sit in front of your computer. All right, so next up is the Insta360 Link. Now this is a smart webcam that is really high quality. It's the best quality webcam I've personally ever used. I haven't used it heaps in the last few months because I've been working at the office, but next year I'm going to be working from home a lot more, and I've got some updates coming about that very soon, so keep an eye out. But what I have been using it for is unboxing videos, particularly when it comes to using the camera as an overhead camera. It's so much easier than setting up my entire mirrorless camera with a rig and everything. All I have to do with my little Insta360 Link is just pop it up, I stick it on my mic stand, and it works as a great 4K overhead rig. And speaking of mic stands, next up on my list is the Shure MV7 microphone. Now I've been umming and ahhing for ages about what microphone I should upgrade to. I've just been using a Rode VideoMic Pro since the very start of my YouTube channel, so I've been wanting to upgrade for a while, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to get a shotgun or a podcasting style mic like this. In the end, this was on sale, so I picked it up and it's been so good. Even though I'm working with 2 files now, I'm working with the video file and the audio file, it honestly ends up being faster to edit than using the VideoMic Pro, which embeds the audio onto the video file. And that's just because there's so much less work to do in post. This sounds great right out of the box, whereas with the VideoMic Pro, I have to do a lot of tweaking just to make it sound better. So pretty much all I do to this mic now is just add a compressor and it's good to go, which saves me so much time and I'm really happy with it. All right, next up on the list is the DJI Mini SE, and this is actually right up near the top of my list of favorite tech items for 2022. It's my first ever proper drone and I've been having so much fun with it. If you follow me on Instagram, I've been posting a lot of my drone footage on my Instagram. It's just so much fun, and the footage you can get with it is actually really legit considering it's like a $400 drone. Again, like the Insta360 X3, it's great for social media content, and it's making me want to upgrade to a better drone. And I think I will in the future. Right now, I'm happy still learning the ropes with a cheaper drone, just in case I do lose it or crash it or something like that. But in the meantime, it is so much fun. All right, second to last is my Sony A6600, which is the camera that I'm currently shooting on. It has been so trusty for me. I've shot all my YouTube videos on it for the last probably year and a half now. And considering it's not something like an A7S III or anything like that, I still think the footage that comes from it is really good. I've learned so much about color grading using the footage from this camera, considering it can shoot in log, and it's definitely won me over to Sony. Before I had this camera, I had a Canon, and I was much more of a Canon fanboy, but now I've definitely been fully converted over to the Sony system via the Sony A6600. I've had the pleasure of using A7S IIIs all the way up to FX9s, and I've been really impressed with all of them. I think the footage looks great from all of them, and they're all great to use. So in the future, I hope to upgrade to something like an A7S III, but for now, the A6600 has done me really well. So last but not least, my #1 favorite piece of tech for 2022. Let me know if you guessed it correctly. It is the XWay Flex electric skateboard. And that's just because it's been so trusty for me. I've used it so much over the past year. I literally have ridden it to work almost every day, unless it's raining, in which case I can't ride it. But any day that it's not wet, I have been on this board and it has not let me down. Every now and then it'll break a belt, but I've always got some spare belts in my pack, and it's just been great. It's so much fun to ride. It's cheaper when it comes to maintenance than a car, and I've just loved it. It's been great. Next year, I'm not going to be using it as much. And again, I'm going to share a video in the next couple of weeks talking a bit about that. But I have loved this skateboard, and that's why it's my #1 piece of tech for 2022. Other than that, don't forget to check out my creative tech playlist, and I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you very soon in the next video.